Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special one because this is gonna be one of those the truth type of videos. For those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you know that after every big pageant I make a video titled The Truth, where I give you some of my feedback about the show, about the candidates, about everything that happened during the Coronation Night, and this is not gonna be any exception. So I'm really excited to share with you all of my thoughts and my ideas about everything that happened with the Miss Universe Philippines 2021 Coronation Night and the outcome of this evening. As usual, the only thing that I'm gonna ask from you is that if you enjoy my video, please don't forget to leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section if you agree with my opinion, my feedback, all of it. This is your time to express yourself. Alright my friends, so without further ado, let's get into today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it. Alright everyone, so let's start by talking about the show itself. So what happened with the Miss Universe Philippines 2021 Coronation Night? Okay, I have a lot of thoughts, and the first thing that I'm going to address is the opening number. In my opinion, they really tried their best to, you know, come up with something original, with something that felt light and playful, but it was not very successful in my opinion. The choreography looked unpolished and the girls were not really synchronized. However, I do understand that there were a lot of time restrictions, and I feel like they really tried to go with something simple for the girls to learn, because obviously there was already so much going on with this pageant that I feel like the opening number kind of fell to the back on the list of priority things, and it did show. However, as a fan, I do appreciate that they put the effort to at least try to come up with an opening number and give that little spotlight not only to the candidates but also to Rabiya, who was there during the choreography. The second thing that came to mind right away was the venue that they went with, and I mean, if I'm being truthful, when I'm comparing it to last year, it kind of felt like a little bit of a downgrade when it comes to the venue and the production value of the show itself. But this is something that we've been talking about for weeks at this point. The Miss Universe organization did not know up until the very last minute where they were going to hold the pageant. So I feel like they really had to adapt to the situation and go with whatever came to them, because we really did not want one of those, you know, Miss World Philippines type of situations. So although yes, from a point of view of a production value and of location, it did feel like a little bit of a downgrade from the first edition, I am grateful once again that the Miss Universe organization was able to put it together and come up with something that at the end of the day gave us what we were expecting. They delivered a brand new title holder, which was the most important part of it, regardless of any production values whatsoever. And of course, one of the most emotional moments of the night for me personally, for those of you who were watching the show with me on my Instagram, you know that I got a little emotional, I even shed a few tears, was Rabiya's farewell. Needless to say, Rabiya is pretty much the beginning of everything for me within the pageant world. I mean, this girl really got it started for me and opened so many doors without even knowing it. So definitely seeing her giving her title to someone else was a little bit of a bittersweet moment. However, knowing everything that Rabiya had to go through on her journey, it was a sad moment, but it was also a happy moment, because I know that finally she will be able to move on to do other things that she loves, discover other interests, and try herself within a brand new industry. I feel like Rabiya really was able to leave a mark in the pageantry world of the Philippines, but also on a worldwide scale. And as a fan of hers, you know, just because she is not the title holder anymore doesn't mean that we stop loving her or that we stop supporting her. Rabiya is here forever, and you know that because I have my t-shirt. But now everyone, let's start talking about the actual competition, where we actually trimmed down from top 30 or top 28, shall we say, down to top 16. And if I'm being honest, at this point, honestly, there were no surprises for me, because I was very shocked to find out that my predictions were pretty accurate. As a matter of fact, 15 out of my 16 predictions were on point. The only candidate that I predicted making it into the top 16 who did not make it was Jana Bejeros from Isabela, who was actually replaced by Jen Nicole Mignano representing for Romblon. This was a little bit of an upset, not for Jane obviously, but because I really believed in Jan and I wanted to see her, you know, make it into the top 16. Also knowing that my friend Gian will get to, you know, showcase his gown was actually very exciting as well. But Honestly, no complaints about the top 16. I feel like everyone was super deserving. Everyone, earned their spot. So on that level, props to the organization and the judges for giving us a fair show. Right after this, we actually got into the swimsuit presentation, and in this particular one, we actually had a few highlights. I'm thinking right away of Cristel Abellio. Honestly, this girl had such confidence on stage, something that, although Cristel has always been very, very consistent, I feel like during Coronation Night, she was just glowing. There was something in Cristel that you could feel the joy of being there, how proud she was of everything that she has done and everything and all the work that she has put in ever since last year. It was just remarkable. Of course, some of my highlights were also Katrina Di Maranan, who was just looking like a goddess. I mean, I've been very vocal about her ever since the beginning, and Coronation Night was no exception. Leren Bautista as well, gracing the stage with that amazing body of hers and her beautiful aura, just overall, period. Victoria Velasquez was particularly a surprise for me because there was just like a newfound confidence and a level of elegance, of beauty, of refined. I don't know how to explain it, but Victoria was looking like a goddess. I love the makeup, I love the hairstyle, I love the facial expression, and of course her body is already on point. We already knew that. Some of the surprises that we actually saw during the swimsuit presentation was the slipping of Kisses and Maureen. Honestly, this was unexpected and my heart kind of dropped as soon as I saw that, because both of these girls have been so consistent. But I've said this before on my channel on many videos, and it's that you never know what's gonna happen. It doesn't matter how hard you prepare for this competition. You might forget the words, you might slip, there might be a dress malfunction. You never know what's gonna go wrong. And this was the perfect example that sometimes things are outside of your control, but what really matters is that you keep going. And I believe that both of them, Kisses and Maureen, were able to prove that they were not defeated by this incident. They kept going and they did very well ultimately. Now let's talk a little bit about the evening gowns. And the first highlight of the night for me was obviously Kisses. I mean, we have to describe how beautiful, elegant, and polished this girl looked as soon as she walked on stage. It was a very refreshing surprise because I remember when I did my evening gown review just a few days ago, I actually gave Kisses the #1 spot, and a lot of people were upset. I was getting so many hateful messages, but Kisses gave us a lot of drama during the preliminary evening gown competition, and I believe that it was kind of a strategy that for the Coronation Night, she was gonna come out looking actually very elegant, very timeless, very polished, and that's exactly what she did. White fits her so well, and with her tan skin, she looked, I mean, like $1 million. Katrina was actually a fresh breath of air once again, coming up with that white gown with the golden eagle as well. It was very simple, but I believed her that it allowed her to shine for who she is as a person rather than having a distraction with a heavy gown. It was only white with golden motifs, however, it was flowy, it was light, and you can feel that Katrina was feeling so confident on that gown, so definitely a highlight for me. Some of the other girls that I also enjoyed during Coronation were Leren Bautista with a beautiful golden gown. I mean, Leren, to be honest, I have never doubted her beauty and what she can deliver on a stage, and this was no exception. She looked, once again, just like Kisses, like $1 million. We can also talk about Victoria Velasquez, looking elegant and polished as always, but this time around she added a layer of sexy. There was like something about Victoria that was just so appealing to the eye, and this is one of the reasons why I believe that she plays so high later on during Coronation Night, but we will have time to talk about it. Definitely have to give props as well to Beatriz for coming up with this beautiful blue gown, which in my opinion was a little reminiscent of what she wore during preliminaries, only in a different color. Obviously it went from red to blue, minus the feathers as well, but it was kind of a nod and I really enjoyed it. Of course, Steffi, who came out looking beautiful with this gown that was once again very simple. I feel like that was the theme for Steffi all throughout this competition, but with this beautiful concept at the bottom that looked like she was on fire as she was walking. So I really enjoyed that, and it was definitely a great creative choice for Steffi and her team. Shortly after this presentation, we actually got introduced to the top 10 candidates, and each one of them had to answer a casual question. Some of the highlights for me were obviously Katrina, which in my opinion just dropped the mic completely. The answer was confident, was impactful, was full of substance. She didn't hesitate, and I mean, that's all I have to say on that. Victoria, as usual, delivered, a lot of substance as she does. She looked like she knew what she was talking about, and the way that she justifies her answers with so many arguments, you cannot deny this girl, and you can really see that she is coming from a place of knowledge. Janela was also a highlight for the casual question because she always comes out with this very intricate answers that leave me feeling very surprised every single time, because when you look at Janela, so tiny, so bubbly, sometimes you are not prepared to the level of excellence that she is able to deliver when it comes to communication skills and to everything that she does on the runway as well. In my opinion, the casual question was actually the beginning of the end for Steffi, because she just looked very stressed, very nervous, a little confused as well with the answer, and I feel like as soon as she finished delivering the answer, I could almost imagine everyone being like, huh? However, you guys, what I can tell you about Steffi, that I can honestly feel like she was trying. The girl was stressed, the girl was nervous, and rightfully so. This is a big night, this is a big moment for each one of the ladies, and we know that Steffi was one of the front runners, so there was a lot of pressure on her. She was also getting a lot of critiques because of her communication skills, so definitely being put on the spot and asked a question, it's something that is just gonna add so much pressure to you. Although it was not what I was expecting, I cannot blame her, because I don't know if I would be able to do better if I was on her shoes. So sending love and positive light to Steffi. I will say that some of my biggest upsets about top 10 was the fact that I did not see Cristal Abello make it into the top 10, or even Jasmine Umali. First of all, for Cristal, it was kind of sad because last year she got the same placement and she worked so hard for an entire year to come back, to change who she is, to really showcase herself under a more positive light, and to end with the same position was kind of honestly heartbreaking. Same thing goes for Jasmine Umali. She has been so consistent, has delivered a level of elegance and excellence that a lot of people even saw her as a threat for the crown. However, there are certain rumors out there that there was a problem with the makeup and like she didn't do it herself, and for that reason she didn't make it. I don't know to what extent the rumors are true. However, it is a shame, and I would love to see Umali come back. If it's not Miss Universe, at least go to Bini Bini Pilipinas girl and go to Miss Grand International, because you are like amazing. On a positive note, someone that I was actually glad to see make it into the top 10 was Kisses de la Vin, because obviously Kisses made automatically the top 16 because of the fan vote, and a lot of people were saying that she only got in because of her huge fan base. However, her placing in top 10 was for me the proof that she needed, that she actually deserved her position, that she worked hard for it and that she earned it, rather than being given to her by her fan base. And Kisses honestly did very well when it comes to her casual question and the way that she presented herself during the swimsuit presentation, but also the long gown. So for me, she was clearly deserving of making it into top 10. And now let's talk a little bit about the final top 5 of the night in the order that they were crowned. Starting with Steffi. I feel like Steffi, once again, when it comes to her overall performance during this entire competition, was one of the biggest threats, one of the most consistent candidates as well. Everything from the way that she presents herself, to her beauty, to her photo shoots, to her videos, everything was on point for Steffi. And I believe that ultimately the only thing that hurt her was the communication skills and the Q&A skills. This is something that reflected not only during the casual question but also during Q&A. Deep down, I believe that Steffi can communicate and that she is good with this. However, I feel like there is a problem with managing the stress and the anxiety. I believe that's what she has to work on for future pageants. And regardless of the outcome of the night, I'm still very proud of her, because you know, she has that title of being the undefeated queen, and in my opinion, making it as a second runner-up is not being defeated at all. Out of 100 girls, being able to make it to top 5, it's a huge achievement and she should be extremely proud of herself. Next one on the list, we have Maureen as a first runner-up. Maureen, in my opinion, did very well as well during Coronation Night. When it comes to the swimsuit, when it comes to the gown, it was beautiful, it was consistent. Both her casual answer and also the Q&A segment were okay, in my opinion. She did look a little stressed, however, she managed to answer the questions, maybe not as deep, maybe not as polished as we would have liked to see from her. However, she got the answers in there. The last few moments were the most important, and we saw a little better from Maureen earlier in the competition. But you know what? For being this her first pageant at all, and coming from such a different industry as it is modeling and reality TV and, you know, all of that, I feel like Maureen really exceeded everyone's expectation and she was able to shine regardless. And once again, making it 4th out of 100 is definitely a huge achievement, and she should be like forever proud. Number 3 on the list, and also being crowned Miss Universe Philippines charity, we have Victoria Velasquez Vincent. Honestly, Victoria is a revelation in my opinion. Coming from New Zealand, moving to the Philippines, being already a fan favorite earlier during this competition, I feel like Victoria was able to live up to the hype, and she was able to prove everyone, including the bashers, that she is a woman of substance, a woman of beauty, and a woman of purpose. An extraordinary woman. I'm so proud of everything. Already up until the preliminary competition, I knew that Victoria was gonna be up there, that she deserved a title, but honestly she took it the extra mile during Coronation Night. And having had the opportunity to interview her, to talk to her several times, I am honestly so proud of Victoria. She looked amazing, so beautiful, and I know that with her knowledge, with her advocacy, she is gonna do such amazing things with this title. I mean, my heart is full for Victoria. I'm so proud of this girl. Number 2 on the list, and earning the title of Miss Universe Philippines Tourism, we have Katrina Di Maranan. I mean, this was a very bittersweet moment for me personally, and if you were watching my Instagram live, once again, it's still on my Instagram, so if you want to go watch it, go and check it out. But Katrina, honestly, in my opinion, she deserved a title. Katrina is no tourism material. Katrina deserves much better than the title of a tourism queen. She had the chance to represent the Philippines proudly and fairly, but she also had an extremely good chance of placing high in the upcoming Miss Universe. It is one of those situations that, you know, as I was telling you, this is anyone's game and you never know what's gonna happen. Was Katrina the safest bet for Miss Universe? 100%. However, am I against the winner? Do I think that Bea is not deserving? Not at all. I honestly feel like the top 5, they all played it very, very fairly, and it was a clean competition. You can feel that everyone was trying their best, and Katrina was no exception. Although she was my bias, and although she was the one that I was rooting for since the beginning, I am still happy to see that Katrina was able to get a title. And once again, this is an extraordinary woman. I know that she will do amazing things, not only with this title, but also with every single project that she will, you know, continue doing right after her reign. I love you forever, Bess, and you know that I'm Team Papaya till I die. And last but not least, actually, the winner of the night, we have Beatriz Luigi Gomez, earning the title of Miss Universe Philippines 2021. Beatriz, I'm not gonna lie, she was a little bit of a shock for me getting the title during Coronation Night, especially going against the absolute fan favorite Katrina Di Maranan. But from the moment that she was announced, I kind of understood and I was at peace with it, because Bea has been so consistent since the beginning of the competition, guys. She was not always the best, but she was never the worst. She was always there, you know, consistent, being good, delivering quality. And I believe that it was really after preliminaries that Bea was able to really come out of her shell and show a different side of herself, which has been excellent. Remember her national costume, remember her evening gown, her swimsuit presentation, her interview. I mean, Bea has really been delivering on every single aspect, everything that you would expect from a crowned queen, she was able to give us. I kind of saw this coming already earlier during the ceremony, as she was earning most of the titles for the special awards. For some reason, it really showed that the sponsors wanted to work with Bea, and there was something about her that was very appealing for them. Even earlier during my prediction video, I told you Bea placed number 6 on that video, and I told you that if the stars aligned for her, I would even see her making it into top 3. Well, here you have it. Bea was able to really go the extra mile during Coronation Night, and she snatched the biggest title of the night, and in my opinion, it was a fair game. Rightfully so. So nothing but love and respect, and we are here to support and celebrate Bea. So I'm really excited to see how she's going to approach this, how she's gonna handle herself. She is really a trailblazer right now, not only for the Philippines but also for the international level, because she is the first crowned Miss Universe Philippines who is proudly out as an LGBTQ+ member. I really hope that she is able to take this very unique trait about her and give more visibility to the community in the Philippines, but also become an advocate for the community internationally. And I really hope that people are willing to give her a chance, to be kind to her, to be open, to hear what she has to say and listen and look at what she has to present to us. So it's gonna be a good year, and I'm really looking forward to her journey. There you have it, everyone. That is pretty much my review for this year's edition of Miss Universe Philippines 2021. It's been a bumpy ride. It's been an exciting journey. So thank you, everyone, to those of you who stick with me throughout this entire competition, and thank you for allowing me to learn with you, to grow with you, and to experience all of this as one of you. Let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about the entire coronation night, about the entire pageant? You know, we came down from 100 candidates down to the top 5 and to a crowned winner. So I'm really interested to see, how do you feel about all of it? Also, if you have any feedback about my video, my opinions, please let me know as well. And while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on the videos, that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug, because that's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.